We have to have people like Dietrich Bonhoeffer. We have to have people like Martin Luther. And for the audience who may not be familiar with those guys, Dietrich Bonhoeffer was a pastor, and he decided that it was his righteous obligation to pioneer and to work alongside people who were actively trying to assassinate Hitler, because he felt like that it was the only right and Christian thing to do with a man that was this evil and was hurting this many people, that we shouldn't idly sit by and we shouldn't idly just stand behind our pulpits as a security blanket, but that we actually have an obligation to get our hands dirty in the culture war. Now, I know culture war is like a semantically loaded term right now, but suffice to say, Christians throughout ages and generations have all obligated themselves to care about what's happening in the city. Even it says this, I believe it's in Jeremiah, where it says, if the city prospers, you prosper. So there's a sense in which we have an obligation to care about what's going on in the world and care about the definitions of truth that our world is operating in, and then to do something about those things. So just generally speaking, I would say the Bible calls us to be active in lifting our voice, speaking the truth of the gospel, yes, but the truth of Christ and the truth just reality into the different spheres of influence that we inhabit. And certainly whenever we see things that are injustices and things that are a threat, we have an obligation to stand up against those things. And the last thing I would say about that is that we'd say there might be even some who are still unconvinced. And then I would just say, what righteous, good Christian would sit idly by and say, don't be political at the time of Abraham Lincoln, and not say, I have a righteous obligation to support this president who is actively trying to get rid of one of what is obviously historically now, but also wherever it's present, the most atrocious evils possible, slavery. So you wouldn't, anybody can look at that at face value and just say, you're not really practicing your faith, or you're really ignorant of your faith if you think that the Christian doesn't have an obligation to get actively behind Abraham Lincoln and vote for that person. And I would say a similar issue in our present day is just this, is that we absolutely have an obligation to stand beside the wake of bodies in the pro-choice movement. There are close to 1 million babies aborted every single year, and yet it occupies maybe one Sunday a year in most pulpits in America, but yet we're having a racial reckoning. And I'm just like, okay, well, let's talk about it all, but let's also not be afraid to talk about traditional sexuality, biblical sexuality, traditional marriage. Let's not be afraid to talk about a race as the scripture details it, not necessarily as our modern day pundits are talking about it. Let's have conversations about all these things, but let's root it in what we know is the truth of the scripture.
You can catch brand new episodes of Indie Thinker with Reed Huberman every Monday, and weekly bonus episodes to keep you thinking throughout the week. But you have to subscribe and click the bell to be notified when new episodes drop. If you enjoy this content, make sure to like this video and share it with friends.